Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Mocienne Petit Jackson. I'm still in Nijmegen, the city where I went to do my boarding school. I'm standing here at the Wal. The Wal is one of the important places in Nijmegen where I spent my teenage years, and this is very famous, so I thought that I needed to put this on camera to show you where I'm from. There are two specific bridges that I wanted to show you, so I think, okay, let me go and show you. Everything did change here, because I remember cars were allowed to drive here, but not anymore, as I see. And this is the place where the city of Nijmegen always did a lot of parties, so this is very famous, the Wal. And wide bridges have always been very important throughout of my life. It's something really new. I did not know before. I know the bridge of San Francisco when I was a child living in the United States of America. I remember that. But in the Netherlands, we really have extremely a lot of bridges that are representing the water in our country. So what makes us very special is our bridges. So I really wanted to share this with you. If you cross the bridge, you go through another small places. I really like the village sites that's surrounding this city, Nijmegen. It's really a lot of green, so a lot of fruit tail is here in Els. And it's phenomenal. I really like the green heart of this country. To grow fruit in the Netherlands, this is really the best place. Normally this time there's not a lot of tourists, but now it is. So I wanted to do my recording here anyway. Moving on with my story near the water. As I say, I did not like Nijmegen because I came here for my boarding school. Whoa, look at the water. These people are really making horrible sound. I don't know why they are being so irritated. Yeah, some people are just really rude. Oh, let me show you the ship. That's really nice. Such a beautiful ship's coming on. So this gorgeous water. If they keep screaming, hey, kan je misschien ophouden? Ja, dat gegil en zo. Ja, ik heb er problemen mee. Look, I'm saying I have problem with the screaming. Now they are giving me a back mouth. I would say to you, welcome to the Netherlands, because I'm really shaking when they scream. Of course, they are Moroccan or something like that, because many of them are very rude in this country. And then they ask why European people discriminate them. Every human kind discriminate them. Anyway, look at this beautiful boat. Just absolutely amazing. I like this about the world. Looking at this, I mean, where do you see this kind of thing? Absolutely wonderful. How nice is this? It's really a treat. So this was really a huge part of my childhood. The Wal, knowing all this kind of places, and there's a lot of wind molen they put there, and they are planning to do more. So I'm very curious how they are going to build this. But this is one thing that's really phenomenal in the Netherlands, is all this water that we have. So coming from America, Santa Barbara, where it's very dry area. It was really very special for me to see through my life. And I have here really heartbreaking moments throughout of my life here. And when I moved from Zwolle, where I was stayed in a facility where everything was close, I came here, and I remember the child protection lady driving with me into that bridge, and I could see the water, and I understood that another time in my life was starting, very dramatic time in my life. So this white bridge there, and all these cars, really represented another time in my life where I had no idea what was going to happen. The only thing that I did know is that I wanted to go and survive it. That was my only goal that I was focused on. So this place, Valkade, when you're coming to Nijmegen, when you come into the city, if you come to the city this way, or you come in the city through the train, this is the first thing that you see that's really welcome you into Nijmegen. So this is really special in California. You have the Santa Monica Beach. You can see this as something like this, this country really like this Valkades, where all the water is, and we really appreciate it, and it's really legacy for our country. So I was very small when I came here, and it was the first time that I saw something like this, and it was quite phenomenal. And this is really a social matter where people really come and try to relax. My heart was so broken that I couldn't even enjoy anything that was beauty in this country, even not in this place. I just wanted to survive things. So Nijmegen, there is no Nijmegen without the Valkade. Valkade represents the beauty of the city, and the craziness, as you can hear, of the children screaming. They really like to be rude, but it's okay. I think some children are being have too much freedom to be rude. It all has to do with education. But in my boarding school, I can tell you it was very strict, and we all have to behave, talk properly Dutch, and that was okay by me. I had no problem. I understood very well that language is the power of success, because if you understand language and you understand how to behave, you can accomplish more. In Nijmegen, when I was living here, I had no time to think about racism. I was just surviving my boarding school and all the mental abuse that was going there, fighting to get something started. And because of my good work, I accomplished to make a file where I could do the lawsuits that I did. I did get the success to get my age changed, and the first step, they all begin here. So this was the opportunity that I took from Nijmegen to do so. So the hospital examination all happened here that I needed to use for my trial. And it took so much of my youth fighting for my small part of my identity that I didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy anything surrounding my life. I really didn't enjoy anything. All my time was going away, fighting to get a bit of justice, to have my age back, and I succeeded. So when I had time and I really had a moment for myself, my boarding school demanded a lot. So School holidays were just exhausted. They were really time. School holidays was really the time I wanted to die, because the caregivers felt like they were funny, they could relax. Relax mean more mental abuse, more emotional abuse, because less children. So I never went to holiday. I was always there because I didn't want to deal with my adopted parents. I really kicked them out. No contact, no telephone, no visit, nothing, just out. So in the holidays, I really had to take a lot of abuse from them, because they wanted to be funny, they wanted to be nice. The holidays were hell, were absolutely hell. I cannot tell you any good experience, nothing. As I say to you before, in my boarding school, there were also some people that I did like. Like doesn't mean that I trust them. I didn't trust no one. And in this city, I grieve about being the secret daughter of Michael Jackson, and that no one was going to know. I don't even remember what Michael Jackson was doing at the time. I think he just brought out the album Dangerous. What's Dangerous now? Crying. Michael Jackson was doing Dangerous, the album Dangerous. It was very religion album, where he was describing his pain. Dangerous was really where my father showed me that he was suffering, and he did the video. He did Keep It in Closet. He did with Naomi Campbell, and his face was so changed that I was just in shock. I was just like, whoa. If I would have said to people, this is my father, people would I really think I'm crazy, because Michael Jackson's face changed so much. He looked like a white person, and he didn't look black anymore. But I have to tell you that all these things, I didn't care anymore. I just wanted to stay alive. I just wanted to stay brave. I just wanted to be focused on where I wanted to be. So in that point, I really didn't care about Michael Jackson. I was listening to his music, and I understood he was in pain, and I didn't expect anything from him. And the only thing that was good for me, and the point was, can I sit here? I think I can sit here in the water. I'm really chicken ready. So I have here a relaxed moment for myself. No other stress. So I really had the moment. I didn't care about what Michael Jackson had to say. I had to get my papers done, and because I listened to Michael Jackson music, everyone made me a huge fan, because I was using the name Petit Jackson, as I always did from the beginning. Everyone thought I was a Michael Jackson fan, but I didn't have any posters in my room. I didn't have any magazines in my room about Michael Jackson. So I was mystic. So everyone wanted to, people asked me nasty question if I wanted to marry Michael Jackson, if I wanted Michael Jackson to be my boyfriend, or if I studied music because I wanted to become so famous as Michael Jackson. Everything was really Michael Jackson. And It was very painful. But I just think to myself, just go through it. That's it. I'm not going to share that information with them. So I always said to them, think about it. What you want. Do what you want. I don't even care what you think or what you want. China shipping. Whoa, look what a big. This is really nice to have on camera. Look. This is nice. This is really nice. So everyone had an idea about what I supposed to think, what I supposed to feel about Michael Jackson, but it wasn't true. I wasn't busy with that. I was when I was here in Nijmegen, I understood that no one was going to save me. My child protection did one wonderful thing. They kicked my adopted parents out of the guardianship because I didn't have any contact with them. I didn't see them, so it had totally no use that they had any guardianships. And I was just telling the boarding school I wasn't going to talk to them. I wasn't going to deal with them, and I kept my feet down, and I went into therapy, talking about me being raped, but I didn't really go very deep into details because it was mind control. They demand, and then they just said that the child protection didn't want to go to court with the people who raped me because they thought it would not be good for my mind, for myself. I was a child, and there was nothing that I could do against that decision. I disagree with the decision, but the whole system educated me that it has no use to go against the system because they don't even see me as a human. I'm just a product. I'm a product where they make money out of it in the system from the government. So I disagree with them that they were not going to court to sue the person who raped me because they say that emotionally I couldn't handle it. Well, I think I could. I think it would have been good for me if it did happen. But I don't know what happened after that. But the people who raped me, they still could go and destroy other lives after that, and because they never be treated people who have raped me and my sister when she was only 4 years old. And this decision was being made out of my control because I was a kid, and the child protection didn't want to go deep into it. I mean, for me, these people should have go to jail, go to society, I think, because in the end of the day, they became grow-up people, and they are still very bad people, not good people. Some of the children, they don't like them because they have something really mental wrong with them. And so I didn't let them in. I let them in where I needed them. I needed proof about my age, and because my age was my identity was taken away from me. So this was really a huge issue and a very important thing that I wanted to be fixed. I wanted them to fix that, and they didn't fix that. But the doctors, they give me the information that I need, so later on I could change my age. But it was already when I finished my 6 years of boarding school, and it was very painful to be treated so badly. It was very, 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 very painful. But again, I'm happy that I survived it. I'm very happy that I survived it. So talking about Michael Jackson being my father wasn't something that I could start with, and they were not going to save me. They were not going to take a lawyer sent him to America. I said, hey, your daughter, Mocienne Petit Jackson, is here. Take care of it. No, they didn't even deal correctly with the things that needed to be done correctly. They were all in their own delusional about who I am or how I should feel. And that was very scary. It was really a scary experience for me, that this is the way that I was being treated as not a child, human being, treated as a game. I didn't feel that they took my life seriously in any way. So that part was really scary. It was really scary to go through. But I had to go through it because I needed to survive it. So Nijmegen have always been a place where I could think about my life and understanding that it was okay, that I wasn't mentally that I wasn't mentally loved, mentally cared for, and that I was mentally mind control. The whole system was built on mind control against the children, and I was a child, so the mind control was all about getting me down, and they couldn't get me down. What they tried to do is taking away my identity of who I am in a way, and I just didn't let them succeed. I'm thinking I'm not going to do that way, the way that they want. And I was really proud with myself, knowing who I am. So it was very sad time. With my school, even Tess said I was very intelligent. They put me into a special needed school because they couldn't go through me. They couldn't mind control me the way they wanted. So I did a school test, and everything they say no, and the school test proved that I was very intelligent and that many things I could do. I even talked to a child psychiatrist. As I said, Mocienne is more intelligent than you think she is. You are making a huge mistake. And the child psychiatrist was talking to, first there was a child psychiatrist of someone there. Then they went higher to UMC hospital. There was a very intelligent man. And it had to deal with a test in about my age. And this guy, he could really, he was the second person in the world who could really read me, who really point out the box. So I remember I really came into the UMC hospital to do a test. I remember him very well. And he looked at me and we had a small talk. And then I remember that he said, I don't have to go and do a lot of tests with you because you are not going to let me in. You are going to manipulate everything. And I said, no problem. I will do with you. So I did the test. But the point is that he respected me, that he understood that I was in a surviving situation in my boarding school. That's what he said. He said, you are in a surviving situation on your boarding school, and you don't allow anyone in. Bang! Wow! That was absolutely phenomenal. That he get the point. He really get the point, and he understood me. So I did the test. And I came out very intelligently, and I should go to another school where I could develop more, get the diplomas. In that point in my life, I didn't even care about going to university having all this diploma. I was like surviving this, staying alive, making a success of my life. That's going to be my diploma. I don't want to be a judge. I don't want to be a notaris. I don't want to be a huge thing. I don't want. But anyway, I did a test. I did a test I did a test about what I was going to be, and so I was going to work in the office. I was going to have my own business, be president, CEO. And what did my boarding school people said? That I was reaching too far and I was too delusional about my being. And this doctor UMC hospital, the hospital UMC, children's psychiatrist, he said to the boarding school, Mocienne can accomplish everything she wants. She's very intelligent, very smart, and I see her doing that. And she can even do university if she put her mind to it. She's not stupid, blah, 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 blah. And then there was a meeting on the boarding school that they were saying this doctor was fucking bleep, 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 bleep. How does he think that that he knows me better than they know me for the years that I've been in boarding school, blah, 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 blah. So they say, this stupid doctor, how dare he? Now, 30 years later, what do? I run my own healthcare business. I started my small business in 1995. So for 28 years, I run my own healthcare business. I am a CEO. I know how to run business. I wrote my book, Betrayal, The Dark Side of Netherlands. So I do publishing and distribution of my book. I advertise, I do things. These were all things that they say I could never accomplish because I was too stupid to do that. I was too high thinking. And these are things that this doctor, child psychiatrist, said was easy for me. And he even said I could accomplish more. And they didn't believe it. So every time when I'm in Nijmegen, the city that I don't like to visit, I really don't like to be here, then it reminds me of the time where everyone thought I was going to be nobody. I was going to be nothing. I'm going to accomplish nothing. And for them saying that about me while I survived kidnapping, while I survived being raped for 6 years in my adoption family, protecting my sister Daily France with my life, not getting any credit of what I survived or where I come from, not getting any credit that I surviving. They mentally abuse, the mind game. It really made me realize, okay, you know what, I just have to grow up and I just have to go into my life and live my life. So what I did, I self-educate myself a lot. I've read a lot of business books with advices in finance, in production, in everything. I just spent my time reading a lot, education, self-education, asking a lot of questions of business people that I met, and creating my own learning process, because I am a very intelligent person and I like to learn. When I was in Haiti, I loved to go to school. It was my life. It made me happy. When I was living in California, my father, Michael Jackson, gave me private school. I was so happy to go to school every morning. I could not wait after the weekend so I could go back to school. I learned Chinese, French, English, and Dutch. I learned languages very fast. So it was already clear that I wasn't stupid, and everyone still wanted to make me stupid. So I was thinking, you know what, they want to make me stupid so they get more money or whatever. I just left it, For me, it was just so sad. I was so sad. And I suffered because I couldn't be my age. So I couldn't be the age that I am, and they really suppressed me, suppressed my luck, suppressed my life, and there was no basic for me that I could trust them with my life. So everything was really, really sad in Nijmegen. So I never want to live here. I don't like to visit here because this reminds me of the very sad time in my life, sad time that I had to fight. This reminds me also of the time when Dangerous came out, the album of my father, I look at him like a stranger. I didn't even recognize him as my father. I knew he was my father, but he was so totally different and so scary. I find him so scary. So every time when I don't even like the song "Keep in the Closet." I remember sitting in my boarding school, and I wanted to see the new. So people knew I was. Yeah, they call me Michael Jackson fan. Okay, I'm not a Michael Jackson fan. Let me tell you this. But anyway, in my boarding school they say Michael Jackson. Oh, Michael Jackson fan. And Michael is bringing a new clip, and it was "Keeping in Closet" with Naomi Campbell and Prime. Everyone have to see it. So in my boarding school, everyone wanted to be social. They want to socialize with me. So they decided that we're going to watch Keep It in Closet together. The video clip with Naomi and Michael Jackson. Keep It in Closet. I don't even know the year. Really don't know the year. So I saw the clip and everyone was screaming, "Oh, Naomi Campbell, so pretty." Anyway, I do not find Naomi Campbell pretty. I don't find her pretty at all. I see her as a witch. She's a very creepy, scary witch. I don't like her. She play nice, she do nice. I don't like her, and I like nothing about her. So Michael Jackson was doing that, and everybody was ooh, and I was really like shit. What is this for shit video clip? Because Michael Jackson kept doing the same things, and it was montage, all the things. So everything went faster. Naomi was doing still the same move. So Keep in the Closet is not my video I like. I don't like many videos of my father, but this one I really don't like. So anyway, I watched and it was so shown, and then everybody said, "Oh, Naomi Campbell is so beautiful," and I didn't care. I really didn't care. And then the caregiver was saying, "Yeah, Mocienne, you were not happy enough that we showed together this video, that we watched together this videos." And it was really making a drama, and it was really making me piss off. And that's when I said to him, I remember very well, like, you know what? Don't go into my business. I didn't ask you to watch the video with me, Keep in the Closet. And stop nagging me about, because I'm not going to tell you anything, but you are a huge Michael Jackson fan, and I don't see you love it. Is there something else? What is it? Do you think that Michael Jackson is going to marry Naomi Campbell? All these kind of things, and it really, really made me angry. I have been so angry about that, and that's when I really decided, you know what? I don't want to talk to you all anymore. Just bleep, bleep, bleep. Leave me alone. So this time in my life was so sad. I didn't enjoy anything. I did my music school here. I'm not going to show the building. It's nothing special anymore. And I was focused on my music, because my music educated me. I could heal through my music. I could really heal. I could really find some kind of peace, and I recognize a musical talent in me. I was already allowed into the Deventer music school, so they thought I was an amazing talent. The music school called my adopted parents, scream at them why they didn't educate me faster to do musical, because I was born as a musical talent. And I think if I didn't have any of this drama, I would have been, if I was 16, I would be in an orchestra. I would really like to play in an orchestra. And I wanted to do music part-time. My dream was to work in the healthcare and sing in the weekends, twice a month. That's what I want. I never wanted to be like Whitney Houston, but people thought so. But I did want to be a studio artist. I really like doing background vocalist for other people. I like to be involved in a musical project, but I didn't want to be huge megastar, no. Because if I have to be a megastar, maybe I had to give up my privilege to have a freedom that my father, Michael Jackson, never know. So my time living in Nijmegen really educated me about the life of my father, and that he wasn't important to me. He was not important to me. And he was an asshole, and that I needed to take care of myself. And I needed to, I need that this here, this point, Nijmegen. This is where it started, where I decided I'm gonna beat the fuck out of the government for what the crap they are doing to my life, and I'm gonna find my own way to be with my father, Michael Jackson. That I'm gonna fucking kick his ass. So you can really say that in this place, I became a little bitch. Little bitch Mocienne was raised here. And all these stupid children, nagging me about, I really didn't care about them. If they listen to this, I didn't care about them. I don't care that they call me an egoist and whatever. You know what the worst thing that I blame my boarding school caregiver for, that I always have to share. If I didn't share my money, share my stuff, they call me an egoist, and they quite mentally abused me in that. And this is why when I was away from them, I was too social. They really, every time I told you, they manipulate my mind. Manipulation, mind control. They really mind control me of sharing, always sharing. And they said, "Oh, Mocienne is so social. Mocienne is so." No, I wasn't social. I mean, I wasn't social. They demand always for me to share. So that was an illness. But I'm gonna be 47 years old almost this year, and I'm not going to be social anymore. So okay, I'm over it. I'm over it. So it's okay. So it took me 23 years to remove that from my system, but I'm finally there. So I'm not going to be social anymore. So if anyone asks me to be social, go and bleep yourself. I'm not going to be social on demand. I'm going to be social when I want to show. Being too social have proved me how much damage it have infect my life. I was too social with the father of my son when I trust my son with him, and he didn't give me back. I still think that when the father of my son didn't give back my son back in 2004, I should have come to him. I should have go to him and beat the crap out of him. I said, "Give back my child now." And if you do that again, if you don't do it within 5 days, I beat the crap of you again. And I think that what my boarding school did is they didn't give me time to love myself, to take care of myself. I didn't take good care of myself, and because I didn't take good care of myself, they didn't educate me to take care of myself. I became into this abusive relationship. Because they were only mind control about the way they want me. So they didn't educate me how to stay alive and find the right people, have a nice relationship. So they did a horrible job in raising me. I blame my bad relationship. I really blame them. I think if I had a little bit more attention about finding nice guys and how it works, then I would not had a relationship with the father of my child. I mean, I wouldn't have been so patient enough to let him screw up the life of my son and my life. Things would have been different. But you know what? This whole boarding school wasn't there to serve me as a child. No. it was there because they needed money. They needed money, and they need to make reports about the children so that they can show to the government so they get money. So I was just business for them. So, and even they say, yeah, we were nice to the children. You know, nice. What's nice? Education is important. So I think that my experience will make my son take better partners. And if I ever have to live again, I'm hoping I will be blessed with normal parents. I don't want Michael Jackson to be my father again in my next life. I don't want Barbara Jane Russ to be my horrible hell of a mother in my next life. I want to have nice parents with regular jobs. They can be famous, but not too famous. But they can be, and I want to find a very nice man in my life. So, but you know, you cannot change the past. I'm happy that I'm almost 47 years old, and I know where the problem is. So I feel now, after 23 years, if I'm gonna have another relationship, my other relationship gonna be great. I have 100% trust that I'm not gonna be in any abusive relationship again. And if I am, I will be out in a heartbeat, and I will beat really the crap out of him. So. But I wish for myself, I really wish for myself that I had a little bit more of support. I didn't have the support that I needed after when I was raped for 6 years together with my sister Lady Fun. She was 4 years old and I was 9. So I wish I had a little bit more support of that, really. And so Nijmegen, I don't like Nijmegen. I really don't dislike the city. I don't like to be here in Nijmegen. But I had to come here anyway to make the story complete about my life. So I want to say I don't want to come to Nijmegen a lot. I really don't. So this, for me, this is quite a goodbye. And I found it amazing that my boarding school was still there. It's supposed to be destroyed, but it was still there. Huge surprise. Didn't expect it. But surprises, this kind of surprises are always touching my heart, of course. So this is me going to stand up. I was sitting here, so. Oh gosh, my muscles feel I'm old. See? Woo. Yes. There, see, I'm there. So I'm going back to where I need to be. Going back. I'm gonna say goodbye to this city. I'm putting my bag in my bike. So. Let me see if I can put it down, put my phone down for a moment. So was Mocienne Petit Jackson. In the Valkade in Nijmegen. It's beautiful water. Thank you for watching my channel, and goodbye. And keep you updating about my lawsuit with the Dutch government in 2023, where I'm suing them surrounding my kidnapping.